Hey, welcome. And first of all, I apologize for the clickbait as far as saying that bits and spurs are cruel. You know, every time I use bits or spurs or mention it on a video, I get at least one person and sometimes several who think that they're the thought police, and they're going to tell me bits and spurs are cruel. You're an evil human being. You just beating on that horse. And so I want to explain to you why that's absolutely not true. And I try to be as nice about it as I possibly can. These are the spurs that I use every day, and I've used these spurs for, I don't know, I've had them 15 or 20 years. They're not sharp, okay? I can assure you that this horse's hide's is a lot sharper than mine. Most of the time when I use a spur, I'm going to do that right there, okay? Occasionally I'll do that. On extreme, I mean a very extreme situation, I might do that. And that doesn't even hurt my arm, okay? So this is not a weapon, okay? It's not. Now, I'm going to show you a picture I took recently. My wife and I were at Willow Rock Museum of a spur that came from Peru, I believe. And that's pretty interesting, isn't it? Yeah, there have been times, and I'm sure there have been people in the past who have used spurs in a cruel manner. I don't doubt that that has ever happened. And the same way with whips. But the way I use them, absolutely not. And I use I call it a training stick. And again, okay, it's not painful. When I use it on a horse, that's basically about what I do. In an extreme case, I might do that. That'd probably be the hardest I would ever tap a horse. And that didn't even leave any pain on me. And this is Runner. The reason I chose Runner is because I've had him since he was born. He finished third in the nation last year in the open level cowboy racing. So I use spurs a lot on this horse, all right? He does rollbacks and spins and all that good stuff. If I were causing this horse pain, he wouldn't be standing there. He would take off, right? If I'd been beating on him or hurting him, now he noticed it when I touched him. You can see, same way with this. He's not bothered by it, okay? He knows I'm not gonna hurt him. And so, those of you that are sitting in your Manhattan apartment making fun of us cowboys, telling us we're cruel, as nicely as I can say it, you don't know what you're talking about, okay? If I were to hurt this horse, look at him. If I were to hurt him, he wouldn't be doing that. He wouldn't be loving on me and hanging out with me. And you may say, well, Steve, I watched so-and-so on YouTube and she trained her horse with cookies and unicorn farts. Great. You can get a horse to follow you around and circle you around and do that without ever putting any pressure on them. What you can't do, at least as far as I know, you can't teach any advanced maneuvers without pressure. That's how we teach pressure. I mean, that's how we teach horses. We use pressure and release. And I give you another analogy. Here's my knife. Oh no, look at this horrible, cruel knife. He's gonna murder somebody with that knife. Okay, no, what I'm gonna do is cut my hay strings. That's what I use it for every day, for cutting hay strings. Is it potentially a painful weapon? Sure it is. Could I kill somebody? I don't know, I guess I could, I don't know. But I'm not ever gonna use it that way. And if you hurt a horse, you're messing up your program. You're not gonna train a horse with pain. If you do, that horse is not gonna be well trained. It just doesn't work. Final analogy I'll use is this. If you got a little 8-year-old kid who's disobeying his parents and just being a little snit, and his dad takes him and gives him a couple of swats on the butt and spanks him, that kid is gonna cry and carry on, but you know, deep down he knows he deserved it. Same token, if that dad takes that kid and takes a belt and beats on him for 10 or 15 minutes and cuts his back, that's a beating. Okay, does that kid know the difference? Absolutely. If someone were to do that to a horse, would the horse know the difference? Absolutely. Okay? On occasion, do I use my spurs on this horse? Sure. Let me show you how I do it. Okay? If I'm asking him to turn and he doesn't move off my leg when I touch him right here with my leg, then I'll take that spur and I'll touch him right there. And it's interesting, I'm not on his back, so he didn't even respond. See, he's looking at me like, do you really want me to move? Yes, I do. Okay. That's how I use my spurs. Okay? So they're not cruel. They're not evil. We love these animals. Okay? That's why we do this.